Hi everybody, I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. And today's presentation is on setting up cloud storage on different devices. So just to start off, what is cloud storage? Cloud storage is just a simple way to store and move information, which is data, with just the internet. For example, this may include things such as files, videos, pictures, etc. The cloud refers to servers that are accessed over the internet and the software and databases that run on those servers. So, why would you use cloud storage? You may be wondering why you would use it instead of an external hard drive, or why would you use it at all? Firstly, it is very easy and convenient. With cloud storage, you can set up automatic backups of your data so that you don't have to do it manually, like if you were using a hard drive. Also, it's great for extra precaution. It is more secure and it is a place for you to store your data, and it is better because then you have a greater chance of not losing it. Also, easy sharing. If you have files that you want to share with others, perhaps they are too large for an email, then cloud storage can enable you to send and receive files seamlessly between devices. Some examples of cloud storage providers. There's Dropbox, OneDrive, iCloud, Google Drive, and more. And many of these have been done previously during our webinars, and you can go to our website to find them. Now, deciding on a provider, because there are so many available. Firstly, you want to consider compatibility with your device. For example, services like iCloud and OneDrive are built into Mac and Microsoft products respectively, which means that they are more easy to use. Secondly, you want to consider storage size. Some cloud storages are better suited to storing small files, while others are built specifically to handle large files. Next, you should also be considering the cost. Small amounts of cloud storage are often offered for free, but prices do come into play when you want larger storage spaces. A fourth factor to consider is security. You want to understand that storing your data in any cloud comes with its own security risks. And in order to protect your data, you want to do things like setting up two-factor authentication, which involves two or more pieces of evidence and information in order to proceed to your data. Now I will be going over the costs of iCloud, specifically for Apple devices. For this particular service, you get up to 5 gigabytes for free. Then when you move on to larger storage, such as 50 gigabytes, it would cost 99 cents. For 200 gigabytes, it would be $2.99. And for 2 terabytes, it would be $9.99. Some great things about iCloud include that it has easy syncing, which means that you can have the same data in more than one location on all of your Apple devices. Also, it is already built into all of your Apple products, which makes it easier to set up. Next, OneDrive. For this one, you also get free up to 5 gigabytes of storage. From there, 200 gigabytes costs $1.99, 440 gigabytes costs $3.99, 600 gigabytes is $5.99, 800 gigabytes is $7.99, and 1 terabyte is $9.99. Again, a great feature of OneDrive is that it has easy syncing, which means that you can have the same data in more than one location on all of your Microsoft devices. Also, it is already built into all of your Microsoft products, and it has a lot of storage size options. There are even more above the 1 terabyte option that are not listed on this slide. Next, Dropbox. Dropbox offers up to 2 gigabytes of free storage. And then from there, you can get 2 terabytes for $12.99. Some things about Dropbox are that it is a popular business option for sharing among a team of executives or people. Also, it has easy browser access, which means that it also has a downloadable app that includes automatic syncing, same data in more than one location, and specifically for Dropbox, there is an in depth webinar that was previously done. Another option is Google Drive. It has free up to 15 gigabytes of storage, and then when you want 100 gigabytes, it would be $1.99. 200 gigabytes would be $2.99. 2 terabytes would be $9.99, and 10 terabytes would be $99.99. Something great about Google Drive is that it has the most free storage space, and also it has easy access from browser and also a downloadable option. You can edit documents in the app by connecting through Google Docs, Google Sheets, and other Google Suite options. Now, setting up iCloud. To start off, you want to click the Apple icon in the top left side of your screen. Then you click on System Preferences. Once in System Preferences, click iCloud. This screenshot here to the right outlines this process. Firstly, clicking on the Apple icon, then going to System Preferences, and then going into iCloud, which can be found at this icon here. Next, you will be directed to sign in to your Apple ID, which allows for connection of all of your files between devices. If you don't have an Apple ID, you can always just click on Create Apple ID. This is the screen that you will see, and this is where you type in your Apple ID, and then you can also create an Apple ID by clicking here. The next step is to enter your birth date, and then this is one way that Apple can confirm your account if you lose your login information. So it's good to provide them with as much information as they need just to make sure that you can access your account. This is where you would be putting in your birth date, the month, the day, and the year. Next, you have to enter your name and also an email address for your Apple ID. Then you would create a password that you would remember and write it down somewhere safe. Then you click on Next. This is the survey that you would take while inputting all of your information, starting with your name, your email address, and password. Along with setting up iCloud, you will also be asked if you want to set up Find My Mac, which is a very helpful application that you can use to locate your Apple products if you ever cannot find them. Here is the icon for Find My Mac, and it's also the same for Find My iPhone as well on many devices. You would just click on this checkbox here in order to activate it. The next task is to tick the boxes next to any folders or data that you would like to sync. This means that you would have the same data in more than one location to your iCloud, meaning that you could have the same information on both your phone and your iPad, or your phone, your iPad, and your Mac, or any of your devices that are Apple. You can see how much iCloud storage you have left at the bottom of this screen, and also you can upgrade your storage by clicking Manage. Here are the tick boxes that you select, and if you see a blue check mark, it means that you will be syncing that information. And then this is where you see all of your storage that you've used, and you can also expand your storage by clicking on Manage. You can also change your iCloud plan by clicking Change Storage Plan. You can see how much storage each application and folder is also taking up. So if you go to the sidebar here on your screen and click on these different icons, you can see how much of your storage is being taken up by which ones. And this can be very helpful if you either want to change your storage plan by clicking here, or if you feel that you can actually just help yourself by deleting, say, some photos that you don't need, deleting some other documents that you might not be using anymore, so that you actually don't need to buy more, but if in fact you do, you can always change your plan. Next, you would select the upgrade that you would like, and if you have too much storage space that you are not using, you can even downgrade the option in order to save money. For example, this person is choosing to get this plan as their current plan for 200 gigabytes, which is $3.99 per month, and it also tells you when it renews. Or if they find that they actually got rid of some of their files and they don't need this anymore, they could click on downgrade options in order to pay less. You can also set up family sharing, which will create a drive that multiple people can add to and access. To do so, you want to click on Set Up Family and then follow the prompts. This is what the button would look like. To share an iCloud file, first find the file or folder in Finder. Then right-click the file and click Add People. This screenshot is an example of someone doing this process where they click on Share with their doing a right click and then they can choose the different options. You can share via email, iMessage, AirDrop, or by copying a link. Adjust the sharing options, which means that you can change what people can see and do with your files. This may be a good thing to do if you're sharing it with a group and you don't want others to be able to change the content, making sure that you change the sharing settings. Here you can see somebody doing that, where you can choose who can access it, only people you invite, and the permissions. They can make changes. Now I will be going over setting up OneDrive. In order to do so, you must have a Microsoft account, and if you have an Outlook.com, at Hotmail.com, or at Live.com email address, you actually already have a Microsoft account, so you don't even need to do this step. But if you do not, that is all right. All you need to do is create a Microsoft account and go to OneDrive.com and then click Sign Up for Free. Once you arrive at OneDrive.com, you would see this screen and then just click this button that's outlined in red. Then you would click on Create a Microsoft Account. It is the button on the left here. From there, you want to create a new email address as well as a password. Then click on Next here. Then continue through any additional on-screen instructions that you see pop up. To set up OneDrive on your computer, you would simply click on Start. Search OneDrive and click the top result. Once open, enter your email address and click the Sign In button. A small tip is that if you don't find OneDrive on your computer, you will have to download it at this website, which you will be able to click on once you receive a copy of this presentation by clicking on this hyperlink. Here's what it looks like when you would be entering your email address and then clicking on Sign In. Next, enter your Microsoft password and click on Sign In. Here's where you would enter it and then click on Sign In. Click the Not Now button if you want to use the free version, because it will be asking you if you want to have a premium account, and it'll be giving you more information about that just as an advertisement. So you can simply click on Not Now if you are uninterested. Click Go Premium if you plan to store more than 5 gigabytes of data. Now you are set up with OneDrive. Click Open My OneDrive folder. It'll give you a large check mark when you're ready to go, and then you would click on this button here. You can now upload files to your OneDrive. To do this, open File Explorer, which you can also do by clicking Windows key and E at the same time. Click the OneDrive folder using the left pane, and drag and drop or copy and paste content into the OneDrive folder. Here's an example of somebody dragging their content into a folder here. To share OneDrive folders, first open your OneDrive folder. Then, find the file you want to share. Right-click on that file and click Share a OneDrive link. Paste and then send the link to whomever you would like. This is a very easy way to share your information that you have within, say, a document or a file, and it's quite easy. Just do these instructions and then send the link through an email or a message. Now, there are also options to set up other clouds. All cloud-based platforms will have a different set of processes that you would have to follow, but you will always start by visiting their website. Most can also be accessed using your browser, but also downloadable apps will allow you to set up automatic syncing, which will again let you keep the same data across multiple devices. Examples of websites that you can access are Dropbox and also Google Drive as well. Now I will be going through a live demonstration of iCloud on a Mac computer. So to get to this section of your settings, you want to go to your settings. Once you're inside of your settings, by clicking on the gear icon in the bottom of your computer, you can either search up iCloud here and then click on it, or you can go to the iCloud icon. Once you're here, it is in the Apple ID section. You will see your own Apple ID and your name as well as your email. And by going to this section here, the overview, you're able to see more information about your account. This is an important section to be aware of because it's where you can either sign out, or if you don't have an account, you can sign in, which is necessary for setting up your iCloud. Then you can go to this section to see your personal information, this one to see passwords and security, and then also payment and shipping information. Then the section that we're most interested in is, of course, iCloud. Here, I'm able to see all of the different applications that I'm using to sync to all of my devices. So I have these checkboxed applications, including iCloud Drive, which is simply a space for documents. It's not the same as iCloud because iCloud is the system as a whole that you can use to sync all of your files, but the iCloud Drive is another form of, for example, Google Drive, where you can store documents. I also have photos, contacts, calendars, reminders, notes, Safari. All of the checked box ones sync to my phone, so I see the same information on my computer and my phone when I go into these apps. If I wanted to change anything, I could simply click on one of them and checkbox it, and then you would have to click on Allow in order for it to begin syncing. Then also below, I want to draw your attention to this bar where you can see your storage. So as you can see, it's telling me that I have 5 gigabytes because that's what I'm given for free, and then the amount that I have available, and that would be 4.96 gigabytes for this specific account. Though if I'm someone who does have a lot of files or things taking up my storage space, I could always click on Manage if I'm needing to get more. Here is a great way to see exactly what is taking up your storage. So if I was at 5 gigabytes exactly and I'm wondering, wow, how did I use that many gigabytes? I could click on the different apps and it'll tell you the amount that it's been using. So for example, WhatsApp Messenger is using 23.2 megabytes. And if you go to all the different options, you can see for them the different things that they're using. If I did need to buy more storage, I could click on this button here, Buy More Storage. Then from there, it'll tell you which plan you're on. I'm currently on the free one, though it'll tell me that I have upgrade options, such as 50 gigabytes, 200 gigabytes, and 2 terabytes for different prices. Also, I would like to show you that back in the Manage section, you can see again what the different apps are that are using your amount of storage. And then I would recommend to say, for example, for photos, you could try to delete some photos if you're trying to free up some space on your iCloud. So that concludes the presentation, and now we'll be going into breakout rooms for a smaller group discussion.